When you think of what makes you attracted to someone, what do you think of? You'd primarily go for how they look. You want a bad bitch with confidence of steel and a fat ass. A woman with a body you see in movies or celebrities like Meg Thee Stallion, Lotto, Ice Spice. These are pretty much considered the norm of the perfect attraction for men when it comes to women nowadays. But then you got people like me who love curves. And I'm not just talking about these curves. I'm also talking about these curves. Plus size women, the underground attraction type when it comes to men. Regardless of what people may say, what you may see on the internet, men like bigger women. For a long time, it's been the norm to bash and make fun of plus size women, especially on the internet for just existing. And honestly, it's sickening. There has been this false perspective that plus size women shouldn't be loved or claim to not be loved because they are existing as being bigger than the societal beauty standards. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of corny at this point. As someone who openly loves plus size women, I thought I'd give my 2 thoughts on the societal view of plus size women and give understanding as to why people like me love them, why it's stupid that you loathe their existence, the problem with how men show them love, and why they deserve love just like anybody else. If you go to literally any comment section under any plus size person, influencer, or advocate for plus size, you will see the same type of comments relating to their physical standing. Oh, you look like a fridge. Lay off the burgers and fries. Lose some weight. Variations of these comments. Society perceives plus size people as a monolith. If you are fat, you are obviously unhealthy, you are lazy, you smell. No one will love you looking like that, etc. Plus size people are never defined by their character, what they do, or how they treat people. It's always by the way they look in every encounter. The heavy difference this plays for a woman versus a man is that women, on top of their heavy general beauty and appearance standards, also have to deal with the scrutiny.
Plus size girls dating a thin person. Of course people think because he's thin that he can give me workout advice when I'm the one in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I literally have to beg him to go with me. We're plus size girls dating a thin person. Of course people think that he's gay, literally just for being attracted to you, a literal woman. We're plus size people dating a thin person. Of course people are gonna spam your comments with what is wrong with him, he can do so much better.
Women who follow the beauty standards already feel constantly pressured by society to look a certain way. Just imagine what a plus size person has to go through. I shouldn't have to explain why the concept of a beauty standard is flawed, especially in a place as diverse as America. But for those of you who might be slow, many different cultures live here. Many different cultures. Each and every person looking different. Such a thing as a beauty standard when it comes to people just can't work because of how many different people live here. And even though the societal beauty standard has changed slightly as the years go by, from super petite woman being the wave, to now having a little more curve and more specific parts being more voluptuous. The problem is that anything that may extend out of the range of this gets bashed, and it just doesn't make sense when you really think about it logically. Me personally, I believe when looking for a partner, personality triumphs everything. But I'm also not stupid, and I do think that physical appearance does play a good part, especially initially, because that's all you can see them for before you talk to them. For why plus size women may be desirable for men, I'd like to give you a mindset I like to call the concept of curves. So today, class, I'll be explaining the concept of curves. For those of you who may not know what I mean. Now, what do you think of when you think of a curve? Well, I will show you what a curve is. This is what would be considered a curve. Curvature comes in many different shapes and sizes. The more steeper the curve, the more in-depth the curve is, the better the curve is. As you can see here, different variety of curves. Very good, very nice.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
All right, let me stop doing that stupid ass voice. Next example, I'm gonna show a drawing that I did instead of someone else's drawing. Example of me actually doing art for plus size bodies. As you can see, I use a lot of curvature, a lot of circles to define the body and all that, which is something a person like me would see. You can conceptualize the body as triangles, squares, or any shape really, but I use circles. That's just how I do things. That's how I see the human body in general, not just plus size bodies, but any body. I usually use curves and all that. Here's another example of a sketch I did. Honestly, like, it's just a me thing, but I just love drawing plus size bodies. I love plus size bodies, and it's not just like the sexual appeal. It's just like plus size bodies are just interesting. Like, I find interest in things that look different, right? Different from the norm. And yeah, I feel like it doesn't matter what body you have, as long as it's unique and it's you. I feel like it's just interesting like that. As you can see, I try to do a little bit of rendering. I'm not the best at rendering. I'm trying to get better, but yeah. And also, anything yellow on black bodies is just like chef kiss. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you just cannot go wrong with yellow on a black body. All in all, the concept of curves is pretty self-explanatory. Just basically seeing the human body as a bunch of curves, recognizing that curves are just beautiful, and honestly, just being attracted to curves as well. That's pretty much it. It's not anything complicated or anything, as you can see from the examples that I put up. But yeah. Like I spoke about before, society sees plus size women as a plethora of negative things, and this is due to stigma that surrounds the idea of being fat. While there is truth to things like eating a lot of unhealthy food, having a sedentary life while doing the former is a bad thing and can lead to unhealthy weight gain, there are other factors that come into play when it comes to weight gain, or simply just being bigger. Things like pre-existing health conditions or mental health issues.
Why doesn't anyone talk about the fact that the reason why they can't get married or they can't find a spouse is because they're fat? Sorry.
So let me get this straight, yeah? The reason why people are single is because they're fat? And because they're fat, that's why they're not confident within themselves. Firstly, yeah, your weight does not determine how confident you are, blacks. Because you see me, I like to act confident, but I'm not actually that confident. And I'm like slim, athletic, rude boy. And I know a few men that are the same and they're not that confident as well. And I know gal that are exactly the same as well. And secondly, I know plenty of people who are plus size that are very confident. Then this man goes on to say that if you're fat, you're not taking your health seriously. And I'm just like, what? You're clearly uneducated, bruv. There are loads of people out there that are overweight because of health issues. There are health issues out there that 100% contribute to weight gain. And then there are health issues like fibromyalgia, which affects your mobility. And if your mobility is affected, then guess what? It's hard for you to lose weight, bruv. So it's not that they're not taking their health seriously. It's not that, bruv. And the health issues they got that are contributing to the weight gain isn't necessarily because they lived an unhealthy lifestyle.
Because you are obese does not make you unattractive. And you also have to make sure that we're not assuming that the obesity is strictly due to lack of dietary discipline, because you can be obese for genetic factors, you could be obese for medical factors, you could be obese for psychological factors. There's a lot of reasons why people are obese that has nothing to do with food. In fact, one of the biggest reasons that we do overeat, and black women in particular, is because when you are eating and drinking, the process in the brain that allows you to experience depression and anxiety, it is arrested while you are eating. In other words, we are calmer when we eat. This is why when somebody wants to get you to close out a deal, they'll invite you to lunch. Let's go to dinner and talk about that. Because if I get you comfortable, you're more likely to sign on as opposed 100%. If you're not. So people eat to stop thinking about their problems. The biggest reason we have obese black women isn't because they're in love with food. It's because they're in love with the peace that food brings them.
But humans are not a monolith, and this includes plus size people. I've seen plus size women live very active and healthy lifestyles than I've seen most skinny people have. It's not mind-blowing to think that not every plus size person is the way they look because they have a bad relationship with food. I know y'all niggas be hype every Thanksgiving when your plus size grandma or auntie starts cooking a whole buffet for the family to enjoy, and you be dogging that shit, just like you accuse the fat people of doing. Please. There's always the same concern when it comes to plus size dating for women, and it's, is he dating me for me or for my body? Because if there's one thing men love about plus size women, it's their body. And honestly, I can't blame them. But the problem is, that's all they see when it comes to plus size women, is the serial attraction to their body. Now, this is a problem all women of any type face, but it's more of a problem for plus size women when thinking about how undesirable men claim they are to be. So now you run into either men who are hyper fixated on your body sexually, or men who hate you because of the body you are in. Everything centers around your body, not your person. And it doesn't make it any better that men often pursue bigger women in private to avoid social and societal scrutiny. Like, gang, just be true to yourself, dog.
Motherfuckers be on Instagram all day and shit like that. Like, what you think skinnier bitches got a better dating life than you? Bitches be laying on my couch boohoo crying with fucking $100,000 worth of body and teeth and everything else. Like, at the end of the day, it's about what's in you, not on you. I see niggas leave BBL cold-blooded bitches for a fat bitch every day. Or for a regular working girl every day. You know why? Because a lot of times it be about the way you can make a nigga feel. You know what I'm saying?
Fellas, you are allowed to have preferences, types, all that subjective stuff. But looks on a woman isn't everything and will never be everything. Same goes vice versa. Stop wasting women's time and effort just because all you want is to feel some cushion for the push, or to fulfill some sick fetish. Feeding. Women in general are tired of it, and plus size women are straight up fatigued of it. Why do you think you deserve love? Is it because you're human and all humans deserve love? Well, there's your answer. The fuck? Humans come in all shapes and sizes, and that's the beauty of our species. So for people to just hate someone off rip based on how someone looks is the most brain dead, immature, surface level way of thinking, and you should self-evaluate. For all my plus size baddies out there, or people who are just existing in bigger bodies watching this, be the best version of yourself, whether that be losing the weight or thriving in it. You should love yourself regardless of what anyone thinks. And for the niggas who constantly make fun of plus size people in the comments, thinking they look nasty and don't think they deserve love and shit, look at me. Now look at your mom. Now look back at me. Come on, gang. If you fuck with me yapping for the past however long this video is, make sure y'all like and subscribe and help me out, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see gaming from me, check out my gaming channel where I post VODs, some video game clips, all that. And I also stream too if you wanna check it out, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see you on the next yap sesh. Peace.